What's up, everybody? You're watching B-Boy 45. Happy April 1st. Oh my gosh. It is April Fool's Day. My friend Maya is with me. And Maya, I got bad news. We canceled your show. Did you know that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Your show is now canceled. So we're going off air here. Of course, I'm kidding. It's not only is it not canceled, it's another special edition. Maya, why is today special?
Because Kapil Talkwalkar is calling in.
We got Kapil Talkwalkar on Maya's show. Very not canceled is your show. So Maya, go ahead and take it away. Happy April Fool's Day, by the way.
Yes, happy April Fool's Day.
I don't think I tricked you. Okay, Maya, take it away.
No. I hate April Fools. Okay, so my first question for you is who or what inspired you to start acting?
Well, I was in high school. I was 15 years old. I was in high school, and I didn't have a lot of friends, so I decided to join like drama club, and I rather took a drama elective, and I changed high schools, and I was like, man, I think the drama kids are gonna be like fun to hang out with, and so and they were. It was a blast, and I loved, and I used to just look forward to going to drama class all the time. And the teacher, Arcadia Conrad, who's one of my mentors, she said you should audition for a play. So I did. I auditioned for You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, and believe it or not, I got the role of Charlie Brown. So and I had the best time, and since then I just kept on auditioning in high school plays, and did the same in college, and that's how I sort of got my start. That's how I got into it, because I just wanted a place, I just wanted a community to sort of connect with, and the community took me in, and I found a home, and I found a passion that I really, really liked, and I just kept doing it, and I haven't stopped since. So.
Oh, cool. So you play Tobin in Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, and I love that show, and Tobin is one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
And so I was wondering, have you had a favorite episode to film?
Yeah, I think the episode Zoe's Extraordinary Reckoning, which happened right before our break. Are you caught up, by the way, Maya?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the episode where I sang Tracks of My Tears was very important to me, and it was one of the most important episodes to film because of, a lot of the stuff that's going on in the world right now is challenging and has to deal with race. And being an Indian American myself, I wanted to make sure that, if we were going to tackle systemic racism in the workplace, that my voice was to be heard in the art that we're making, and it was. And that's why when we went to film it, I always put my heart and soul into everything I do. But I think this specific episode, like I cared about really just how it was going to turn out, and I wanted to make sure that our show put our best foot forward, because I knew that we'd be influencing so many people watching. So that's why it was my favorite.
Oh, cool. So can you relate to Tobin in any way?
I can. I think, if you met me, I have a very direct sense of humor. I say what's on my mind. And I'm also very guarded emotionally. It's hard for me to open up in terms of what I'm really feeling underneath. I do have a lot of walls up, but I can relate to the fact that he always wants to be the funniest guy in the room, because I also want to be the funniest guy in the room. And there's something of that I wanted to connect to when I began to play Tobin, because he's dying for people to laugh with him, and enjoy his company. So I was like, if I start from that place, at least I know that that's Kapil's place, my place, to connect with Tobin's character, you know?
Yeah. Oh, cool. So, have you had a favorite musical number to do?
Yes. And it's coming in this next episode that premieres Sunday.
Oh, cool.
I'm really excited for everyone to see it. It's I can't say too much about it, but all I will say is it's a classic tune, and I always sang it when I was a kid. And when I knew that we were doing it, I was like so thrilled, and I was happy to even just be a part of that number. And it's coming up this Sunday.
Oh, cool. So have you always been into singing?
Yes, I was a shower singer for a very long time. And then when I decided to get into musicals in high school, like You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, and we also did Aida, Elton John, I decided that I needed to invest some time into just getting better at singing. So I just spent a lot of time working with people who would help me, and my parents were really, really supportive, and they put me through lessons, and I'm always grateful for them for that. And that's when I knew that I love singing, because as I got better, I got to do cooler things with my voice, and I just fell in love with it. And I wanted to do stuff that was away from just the musical theater stuff. I wanted to be in a rock band. I wanted to sing in a rock band. And so I learned like the type of singing that's required to do that. And so, I was very grateful that in my early teenage years, I had all these people around me to support me in making sure that dream was a reality.
Oh, cool. So is there a line from a song, book, or movie that's had a big impact on you?
Yeah. I would say the first line of Tracks My Tears. People say I'm the life of the party because I tell a joke or two. I might be laughing loud and hearty, but deep inside I'm blue. And it just talks about like some people who might seem actually like they're really happy and fun on the outside can be going through such an emotional journey on the inside with what they're struggling with. And so it just always reminded me that like compassion is always important. Compassion is like number one. Always be nicer to people because you have no idea what that person's going through.
Yeah. So what song do you have on repeat on your playlist?
Let me actually pull it up right now. Okay, let's see. Spotify on repeat. Bulletproof by LaRue. Tightrope from our show. I was after John and Alex and Elvina sang that. I was such a huge fan of their version of it. I mean, I obviously love the original, but I've just fallen in love with the way they have sort of taken this already gorgeous song and made it their own. And the fact that my storyline was so important in that episode too. I just felt more connected to their version. So that's on repeat. In My Life by the Beatles is on repeat. Spooky by Dusty Springfield is on repeat. Mama Said by the Shirelles, Bang a Gong by T-Rex, Lonely Boy by the Black Keys, Wicked Game by Chris Isaak is on repeat. Let's Fall in Love for the Night by Phineas. And one last one, Summer Wine, Nancy Sinatra.
Oh, cool. Um, so, if you could have anyone narrate your life, who would it be?
Well, obviously Morgan Freeman. I mean, everyone's going to say Morgan Freeman because like the best. Be like, and then he stepped into the shower. He came out, opened the car door, and I'll be like, wow, this dude makes everything sound epic. I could be like and then he started to do his taxes. Wow. I listen to Morgan Freeman narrate me filling out my expenses. Morgan Freeman for sure. Done.
Okay, cool. So, what shows are you currently binge watching?
Okay, Succession, HBO. That's definitely not a G-rated show, by the way. But I am binging it and I love it right now. I just love the dynamics of it, the way they've sort of skewered so satirically, the news organizations and stuff like that. I love that show. Another show I'm binging again is Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, yeah.
I love Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I think it's such a classic because, like, I relate so much to sort of Will's character, and I've actually, a lot of ways, modeled Tobin off of that.
Cool.
Off of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, a model, because I grew up watching it, and it was just long enough since I haven't seen it, so all the episodes seem new enough that, like, a lot of, you know what I mean? I've forgotten a lot of the plot stuff. So, and I'm getting a different thing as I'm watching it now, as I'm older, versus when I watched it when I was, 17, 18 years old. So I recommend that if you watch something when you were, a little kid, to watch it again now. I promise you'll get something different out of it. That's what I felt with excuse me, with The Lion King. Was different when I watched it as a kid versus when I watched it when I was 18 versus when I watched it when I was, 2 years ago. I find that movie very interesting. I'm sure I'll get something else out of it in another 10 years.
Oh, cool. Yeah. My family and I just started rewatching this show called Trial and Error. That we haven't seen, like, it went off the air a couple years ago, and we quote lines from it just all the time. So we just started rewatching that, which was fun.
That sounds so cool. Who's in Trial and Error?
There's Sherry Shepherd and John Lithgow is in the
Love him.
First season, and then Kristen Chenoweth is in the second season.
Love her too. By the way, love all those people. I think I'll definitely go check it out now because I'm huge. I mean, I didn't even realize that those people were in there, and I'm a huge fan of them. And if you recommend it, Maya, I'll check it out.
Cool. You'll have to let me know what you think.
I will. Yeah, I'll send you an email.
Okay, cool. Thanks. So what personality trait has gotten you in the most trouble?
Oh, I think my mischievousness. I'm very mischievous. But it's gotten a lot of trouble. I know you hate April Fool's Day, Maya, but I love April Fool's Day. I love April Fool's Day because I'm just a mischievous person. I've always been a troublemaker. I used to get in trouble all the time as a kid. I was just like, you know, I was just trouble. Like I always I always found myself like pulling pranks and this and that. And I think here's the thing though, as much as my, as much as I love doing all that, I also know that like part of it comes from the fact that like I like being playful, like, you know, and I think that's also very important that, yeah, sometimes I'm like, yeah, it'll get me in trouble, but it also keeps life fun, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, my family and I, like, we love joking around, and our mom loves pulling, like, scaring us and pulling pranks on us, which is
Love it.
very fun and very funny. But so our mom makes April Fools fun.
Love it. I can't wait for what she has in store. I already have several April Fool's pranks in play with my family right now. They don't even know what's about to hit them in 2 hours. Seriously, they don't, like, you know, they don't. They have no clue. They're in there right now. They have just walking around with no idea that they're about to be totally pranked in 2 hours. So yeah, but yeah. So yeah, that's to answer your question. That's what it is.
Cool. Yeah. So when you're having a bad day, what do you do to like make yourself feel better?
I exercise. I write music. I play music. I call a couple of my really, really close friends. I eat. I like to eat when I'm sad. So I will have like the greasiest, the most delicious food from wherever until I feel better. Like a whole tub of Ben and Jerry's, a whole, like, I don't know. I'll eat multiple quesadillas, Maya. Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah. I'll watch like my favorite movie or one of my favorite shows. Recently, over quarantine, I've been binge watching like all of the CW superhero shows.
oh yeah, Supergirl. Are you caught up on Supergirl?
I'm not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Almost. And then I'm also watching. I just started watching Legends of Tomorrow.
I don't know about that one. Is it good?
Yes, it's so good.
Okay.
I love that it has a lot of humor in it. So
Nice. Okay. I love that the newer superhero movies now have started to include more of a sense of humor about like, wait a second. Like we don't need to be super serious just because it's about a bunch of superheroes. Like we can always make some jokes, you know?
yeah.
Which is what I love. And that's awesome that show does that.
Yeah, I like the superhero movies I like are the ones that have humor in them. So, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, so my last question for you is, who do you consider to be a real life superhero and why?
Okay. I think, ooh, okay, let me think. Who do I consider a real life superhero? I think my parents. My parents are my real life superheroes, really, because, you know, as an immigrant kid, they sacrificed so much for me to be put into the best position possible. Like, I know it's a cliche that, like, you know, came to this country with $10 in my pants and, you know, made a life for myself. But it's true in the sense that, like, you know, my parents gave up a lot in order for my sister and I to have a really good life here in the States. and they really, you know, in their 20s, they were really struggling to make ends meet. And so I'm really proud of how far they've come and how much they've had to give up of their own personal dreams in order to make my and my sister's dreams a reality. So big shout out to them because they're my superheroes.
Oh, cool. My mom and my sister are my superheroes and my best friends, and so
Love that. My sister's my best friend. So I get it. It's, you know, I love hearing that. It's great.
yeah. Well, just thank you so much for calling in. I've been looking forward to this all week, and I had so much fun talking with you.
Maya, what a great interview. You had such great questions, and, you know, I'll check out Trial and Error and I'll email you. And, you know, Legends of Tomorrow, I haven't seen too many of the CW shows, but, you know, if I ever run into it, for sure I'll watch it. But you know, thanks for your great questions and an awesome conversation.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Kapil, thanks for making the time today.
Yeah, man. All right. Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.